Good morning. Who's ready for some free training today? Who is ready to kick off October with a quantum leap? Who's ready to absolutely rock and roll this and take things to the next level? Now, welcome. My name is Claire Macpherson. Today, we're going to be diving deep on a free training that's really going to help you start getting the results that you want in your business right now this month. Shazni, gorgeous Shazni, it's lovely to see you. As you hop on, whether you're live with me now, whether you're watching this later, please do say hello. Tell me what you want to create this month for you, what would feel really exciting, really fabulous. Clara, hi Clara, gorgeous to see you here too. Okay, so today, I'm really going to be getting you to think about this as we go through the training. So grab yourself a coffee, grab yourself a pen and paper. I want you to write this down. You're going to be doing this with me right now, not waiting till later, because we know when we put something off till later, it quite often never happens. And I really want you to make this month the month that you go out there, you create those goals, you achieve those things in your business that feel truly exciting and really connected, really deep. They're those deep desires that would just feel absolutely amazing for you to achieve, that you would look back on and you'd be like, wow, like that was the month. October was the month that I absolutely quantum leaped in my business, that I brought in all those results that I really desire, and I really proved to myself what was possible. Sean, it's gorgeous to see you here as well, Sean. So it was a bit of an impromptu training today. Before I actually dive in, and I don't want you to go there now, but at the end of the training, I want you to do this. I have got an amazing free support gift that I've put together for you all. It's going to be starting in a week or two. It's going to be me in your ear every single day. So today we kick this off with this training. We're going to dive deep. We're going to really shift some of those internal things to allow you to create the change and the results that you really want right now. And you're going to get 14 days of support, me in your inbox, in your ear, every single day, giving you that push, stepping you back into your greatness, putting you back into that place of belief, really pushing you in terms of taking the action, saying hell yes to all of the things that you desire in your business so that it can happen now. Because change does not need to have to take time. Change can happen in an instant. And that money that you want to make, those clients that you want, the other things that you want to achieve in your business that feel really exciting and fulfilling, they are all available now. The reason that it takes time to create those results is simply because your belief system is currently set to think that it does, to think that it needs to take that time, but it does not. And we're going to shift some of that right now today. So are you ready? Give me an absolutely hell yes, I am ready. And that link, by the way, if you want to sign up for that free support for those 14 days, that fabulous free support, the link is above. It's a messenger bot. It's a little messenger bot link, so click on that and you will get you will receive it would help if I could talk today, seeing that I'm going to be doing a training with you. You will receive a message in your inbox that says, hey, welcome, this is happening, and then we will kick off in a week or so. So first, tell me, those of you who are on live, those of you watching later as well, how are you feeling currently about October? I think October is a bit of a magical month because we've had the summer, we've had the busyness. We know that we're leading up to Christmas and all the busyness and excitement that comes with that. And October is the perfect time to really give your business that quantum leap that you're looking for, so that when you get to the end of the year, you really do look back and feel amazing about everything that you've created, everything that you've achieved. A couple of things that I'll just see what's going on. I'm going to create 10K month this October. Fabulous. That sounds amazing. Hell yes, you're ready. Hell yes, you are ready. Fabulous. Okay, so let's dive straight in. We're going to start with just a brain dump, right? Because one of the biggest things that stops us from reaching our potential is the busyness that happens every single day. You think inside of yourself, I want to be doing these things. I want to be taking these bigger steps. I want to be creating this bigger impact in my business, in all the results that I want. And then that busyness creeps in and you are so busy doing the little things that don't really get the results, that it stops you from really reaching your greatness. And it's a brilliant self-sabotage technique. It's a brilliant way that your ego keeps you where you are, in your comfort zone, in your safe zone. So we're going to dive into this to begin with, and it's really important. So stay with me, because you might be thinking, well, this is too simple, this is too easy, but it's the first step to what will come after, which is where the magic really lies. So your step one, if you've got paper, I want you to do this on paper. If not, I want you to kind of list through them in your head, or what I would love you to do is create a list on the messenger chat bit so that I can see what's coming up for you personally. So brain dump is step number one. What are all the things that go through your mind that you need to do, that you need to be, that you need to have to create the results that you want by the end of October? What are all those things? So when I'm in my kind of ego self, the kind of things that come up are all the appointments, all my to-do list, this never-ending list of I've got to book my car in for an MOT and I've got to do all the very normal things that take up so much of our time. What are some of those things that you know, or you're thinking to yourself or saying to yourself, have to happen this month? For one, you just to get through the month, to survive the month, and notice the energy of that kind of surviving, that kind of staying on the hamster wheel. What are those things that you know you just need to get done because it's like, well, I've got to do them or I'll get in trouble, because they're the things that have to happen in life? What are some of those things? And what are some of the things that you also like, okay, so for Shazny, for example, that 10K month, what are some of the things that at the moment you're thinking, just off the top of your head without overthinking it, that you need to be doing in your business, in your life to achieve those results that you want? I want to hear it. What are those things? What are the doing things? And some of them might feel exciting, some of them will feel not, some of them will totally turn you off, and some of them might make you feel amazing. So share all of them, like literally brain dump, go. What are all of those things? Emma, lovely to see you here as well. So step one, brain dump, all the things that you're thinking in your ego mind that need to happen in October for you, one, to survive the month, and number two, to actually achieve the things that you want to by the end of this month. Notice I haven't asked you what specifically you necessarily want to achieve yet. Don't worry, we're going into that in a moment. There's a reason behind the madness. Okay, so those of you who are on live with me, tell me what some of those things are. So creating content. So I want you to get specific in this little bit. I want you to be specific around like what kind of content, how are you going to be creating, what are all the things? If you're creating content, how are you going to get it out there? I want you to think about what I want you to do is actually allow yourself to go into the detail right now that actually can sometimes keep you stuck when you're in it. And it can be the things that can take a long time, that suck away your time, and that actually keep you from having that quantum leap that you know inside you are capable of, but they keep you in that space of busyness. What are all the busyness things that need to happen this month for you to achieve the things that you want to achieve? So for example, the way a brain might go around that, I'm not saying yours is Shazny, but it might be, okay, so I want to create more exciting content. So first I need to figure out what the content is. I need to create it. Then I need to find a way to get it out there. So I need to maybe create a landing page and an email sequence. And right, it's all those little things that add up and suck away all of our time. I want to know what they are. So share some of them with me. Share some of them. Come on, everyone tell me what you're thinking. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to write some of those things down, or as I say, if you can't write them, think them through in your head. I need to. What are the need to do's that are calling you this month that don't necessarily feel amazing? They're probably coming from your ego mind rather than your higher self. And I'll talk about those two differences in a moment. So as you're writing, I'll talk through this. Your higher self is the you that knows that anything is possible. It's the limitless version of you. Your ego self is the part of you that keeps you small. It keeps you in the box. It keeps you believing those beliefs that society has imposed on you over the years. It's the you that says yes, but it's the you that can very easily stay in the same place and feel like you're on a hamster wheel, never getting anywhere. Like you have these dreams, but they're not actually happening. They're not being achieved. Have any of you written anything else on? Yes, awesome. So creating content for your Super Soul Sisterhood, which is the weekly group coaching session, fabulous. Need to share the sign-up page, subscription, etc. Okay, what are the things? Because I know that there's a hell of a lot of busyness that goes into our lives every single day. I know that myself, if I'm in that kind of space, I could write a whole massive list of things to do. Like I need to do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. Okay, I'm going to assume that you've gone through step one, that you in your own mind know all of those things that just need to happen. And it can be, it's not necessarily just in your business, right? Because the truth is we all run very busy lives as well. So maybe there's things around Halloween you need to be doing. Maybe there's things around Christmas you need to be doing. Maybe there's a ton of other things that need to get done that could potentially suck away all your time, suck away all your energy, so that you don't have the quantum leap that you deserve and desire in October. So brain dump done. Hopefully you've got all of that busyness out of your head onto paper so that you can actually focus on the big stuff, the exciting stuff, the things that are going to create that quantum leap. So the next step is I want you to go into your higher self. And your higher self is the version of you who is absolutely limitless, who recognizes that we are all connected, who recognizes that the universe is working for us. The version of you that knows that this is an and world, not an or world, that you can say yes, yes, yes to all of the things that you want, that change can happen in minutes, that anything is possible. The higher version of you is not at all surprised by the amazing things that happen around us every single day and sees all of the potential in who you are, in your message, in your purpose, and in what you can create. The higher version of you does not have any of the worries, the concerns, the self-sabotage, the limiting beliefs that hold you back. The higher version of you is that version of you who literally sees the endless possibilities available to you now and knows, absolutely knows, that you can create anything that you want if you don't let that ego get in the way and stop you. So I want you to, for a moment, focus on that higher version of you, or sometimes I call it your future self, like the future you who's already done this, who's already created exponential results, who is already living the life and has the business that you dream of. So if you find that higher version of you a bit difficult to tap into, think about that future version of you who's already done this, already got it sorted. And in that space, I want you to think about all the power that lies within you, everything that you're truly capable of doing. All of the magic, all of those moments in life where just that magic happens and the results just happen and you think, how did that happen? I don't know. It just falls into place when you're in that space, when you're in that space of expansiveness, where you're in that space of beautiful belief, of total unstoppableness, where you're really feeling the magic. Tell me, like, are you with me? Do you recognize that place? I want to know, whether you're on live now or whether you're watching this back later. Do you feel that magic? Can you feel that higher version of you right now? Can you imagine her? Can you think about her? Can you see her? Can you sense her? Give me a yes, give me a thumbs up, give me some love hearts maybe, if you're feeling that beautiful, expansive, limitless energy right now, where you know anything is available, everything is available, and you can say yes and have it all. Tell me. Give me some feedback. Okay, so as that higher version of you, firstly, tell me about the higher version of you. What does the higher version of you feel on a daily basis? If you were to really get into that version of you and think those thoughts and feel those feelings and know those beliefs, what is it that you whisper in your mind when you're stepped and fully in that higher version of yourself? Is it that you notice all of the opportunities? Is it that you know that you can say yes to things now? Is it that you just notice the power and the energy and the limitlessness of what's available to you? I'd love you to tell me some of the words that come up that describe this higher version of you and what you are capable of, what you are truly capable of. Okay, so I've got a few, like you connect with her through affirmations. Some people might struggle with this, and that's okay. One of the little games you could play with yourself if you struggle with it is literally splitting yourself up into two parts and thinking of yourself as these two parts. There's the ego version of you who holds you back, who's full of the yes buts, who's full of doubt, who is willing to stay in your comfort zone where it's safe, where you don't need to take any risks, but where you stay on the hamster wheel and stay living the same life that you do every single day. The higher version of you, almost imagine these little two versions of you, one in each hand, and the higher version of you is in the other hand, that version of you that is just so bright, that is shining so brightly, like the lighthouse that you truly are, who knows that anything is available. The version of you that does not have all those limiting beliefs, that hasn't grown up in this world. Think about some of the people that you look up to in this world, some of those people who've done incredible things, who probably you might say to yourself, as the ego version of you, it's not available to you because, but the higher version of you knows that you are capable of exactly the same things. You are limitless and you can create anything. Sometimes think about those two versions, give them little personalities, think about what they look like. And so it will help you build that personality and know who that version of you is more and more and more. And then you step into that being to really feel those feelings, believe those beliefs that really set you free and allow you to soar. Okay, so I want you to think about that for a moment. So Sean, you said I always struggle with this, however I'm visioning launching new people in their business. Awesome. So the higher version of me feels energized and has a heart full of gratitude, knowing that she's making a positive impact on the life of others and living a life of total abundance. Yes, the higher version of us is totally tapped into all that abundance. The highest version of us is totally open to receiving all of that wealth, all of the results that you want. The higher version of us is capable of anything. So as that higher version of you, what do you really want to create this month? Knowing that you are limitless, knowing that you can create anything that you want to, knowing that that desire you feel within you, when you dare to dig down and really pull it out, that's the highest version of you calling to you, saying, hey, this is available, say yes to it now. Because if you couldn't achieve this now, if this wasn't available to you, you wouldn't even be able to see it. You wouldn't even be able to see it as a possibility. It wouldn't even be a wanting within you. So I want you to think for a moment. I want you to tell me, this highest version of you, what does she want to achieve this month? What does she want to create this month? That highest version of you who's like, life is absolutely limitless. I am having a quantum leap month in October. What does she say is possible for you? And what does she feel called to create right now this month? And I want you to pop that into the chat bar so I see some of these things. So the higher version of me is calm and relaxed into growth of me and my business without too much pushing. Yes, I love that, Sean. That's absolutely beautiful. And so tell me, this highest version of you, what is she ready to create? That impact that you think about, that income that you think about, what is she ready to step out there and really do? So I know that there's some of you who are listening to this who you're ready to write that book, you're ready to stand on stage, you're ready to be on the radio, to create articles, you're ready to really get out there and be seen and be visible on a much, much bigger level. That highest version of you knows that all of that is available to you now, that it can be created and experienced this month. What does she want to achieve that really fills you up, that really feels exciting, that really feels expansive, that really feels like, oh, wow, like hell yes. How amazing would that be? Come on, pop in some of your comments. I want to hear what you're saying. If you're watching the replay back, type in replay and tell me what this is. What is it that really feels exciting? What is it that feels really expansive? So Shazny, for example, you put at the very beginning of it, 10K month. The highest possible version of you, does she still think that, or is she dreaming even bigger? Is she thinking of something even bigger? Has she got a bigger picture in her mind's eye that she's like, this is available to you? Why are you settling for a 10K month when actually you are available and ready for so much more? What feels truly exciting and truly expansive? Okay, so once you've done step 2 and you've really thought about this, and I want you to write this down. What does this highest version of you really want to create, really want you to achieve this month? Maybe it's the next 10 clients. Maybe it's unleashing that mastermind. Maybe it's, filling this course, but also maybe it's something even bigger that maybe you've been saying to yourself, oh, well, I just want 4 people in this program. But really, if you were in that expansive energy where you knew anything was possible, maybe you'd be saying, I want 10 people. Maybe you're saying to yourself, oh, I'm going to charge £99 for this program. But really deep inside, you believe the transformation this can create in people's lives. And you're like, hell no, like this is 500 or this is 1,000 or this is 2,000 or whatever it might be. The highest version of you is not limiting what you put out there, because it's not buying into those limiting beliefs that you might be living in on a daily basis. So this is about really feeling into, really thinking, really connecting with this highest version of you now, and creating from that space and deciding from that space what is available to you this month right now. The highest version of me is ready to hit the next level of my business, building momentum and growing an awesome tribe of caring, loving people. I love that. It's beautiful. Hay House loves my book, and they say yes on the spot. Absolutely. You become a published author on the spot this month. Why not, right? The highest version of you knows it is available. It's happened before to people. It is actually absolutely available to you too. I had my first corporate speaking engagement this month. I want to do more of these. My higher self has 30K minimum months. Awesome. Absolutely love it. So yes, claiming all of these things now, deciding that they are available to you now this month, because you are simply choosing to have that quantum leap and to allow that growth into your life, into your business in a really expansive, beautiful way. So as you think about all of these things, what are some of the ways that your higher self, again, this is not going back into your ego, this is not going back into doubt, what are some of the ways that your higher self really wants to allow this to happen? What are some of the things that you will say yes to? What are some of the opportunities you will open up to? What are some of the opportunities that you are ready to magnetize to yourself to help you create this impact that you truly want? So for example, if we were taking those corporate speaking engagements so that you were having those 30K months, what would the highest version of you be saying yes to and be ready to create more of to allow that to happen? How would you be putting yourself out there? Would you be putting yourself on stages? Would you have someone who is ringing up, would you have someone in place in your business who is ringing up these businesses and selling you for them? Like, what are the things that would feel amazing? No doubt, no ego in this, but we're still totally in the highest version of yourself, where if everything was abundant, if everything was yes, if you literally had unlimited potential, everything that you needed right now, what are the ways that you would go about creating this that really lit you up and really felt amazing? So for example, if you're saying the higher version of you is going to really build momentum in your business and grow that tribe of caring, loving people, the highest version of you, what would she be doing? How would she be taking action on this that felt just amazing and in massive, massive flow? That's what I want to know. Tell me some of the things that come up. And this is where you don't limit yourself, right? This is where you really need to be a little bit strict. Ego, push ego away. Every time it tries to come into the picture on this bit, push it away, push it away, push it away. Tell ego over there that we're going to be exploring that in a moment. We're not ready for it yet. We're still in the space of higher self where anything is possible. So maybe you would pick up the phone. Maybe you would ring the local newspaper. Maybe you would ring a PR company and be like, I'm ready to be out there. Maybe you would decide to speak on stage and speak to those promoters. What is it that you would do to be in that space so you are being seen by the world, by the people who need to see you, so that you can create all of this magic? What would feel really expansive and fabulous around that? So again, I'm going to assume that you put some in, but feel free to tap them in because there's a bit of a delay going on today in terms of what that would look like for you. Okay, now that we know what that vision is, now we know what your higher self really desires, is really feeling called to create, now that we know what action she would be taking, that version of you that is just absolutely limitless in terms of all the things that would feel amazing, now that you're clear on that, my question is, what would stop you from going out, creating that and getting those results? What would stop you? So this is where we can allow that little ego to come creeping in a little bit more, full of its doubt, full of all the uncertainty, full of all the BS that it will have lined up for you. What would stop you? And I want you to tell me this in the chat because I really want to hear what are the things that would stop you specifically. So for example, when I look back over my own business and the things that get in my way, my number one thing that stops me is busyness, all the to-do lists, all the little things that need doing, all those things that I say to myself as I'm driving my car or going to bed, oh damn, I still haven't done this. The busyness for me is one of the things that can stop me from really living in that space of my highest self. I get sucked back into my ego because I need to do all the things. For example, what might it be for you? Maybe there's self-doubt that comes in. Maybe there's that voice of yes, but I'm not ready, or yes, but how, or I don't deserve it, or I don't know enough, or I don't have the contacts, or what are some of the things that come up for you around that? Yes, but this is what will stop me from actually achieving that limitless goal that feels absolutely so amazing. What are your yes buts? Because here's the way the ego works. We've lived with our ego our whole lives. It's been at our side. It's been right inside of our heads, telling us again, what have I got on my arm? Telling us again and again that we can't do these things. It's like, no, you can't because, no, you can't because, no, you can't because. It's lived there. It's conditioned us. We have neural pathways that are massive highways inside of our brain that are full of but. and I can't, and it's not available to me, and this will stop me because. So I want to know, what are those things that are really going to stop you from creating these exponential results? What are the things that are going to crop up if you don't take care of them, and if you don't actively do something about them to stop you from having your quantum leap this October? What are they? Everyone's gone quiet on me. Tell me what they are. Type them in. Tell me. I'm going to guess that it's some of those things that I've already said. Okay, I'm going to absolutely guess that it's being busy, that it's self-doubt, that maybe you don't know the how, and you get all caught up in the yes but how. Maybe it's perfectionism and that idea that you're like, yes but I'm not ready, or I haven't got that package, or I haven't got that product, or I haven't got that contact, or I haven't got something that I need. And here's the truth: resourcefulness is a state of mind. Being resourceful means you are in that space where you create the opportunities, where you see everything as limitless, because there is always a way. The thing that stops us from seeing the way is literally our ego. It's our beliefs that blind us to everything that is available to us now. It's our beliefs that stop us from seeing those opportunities, because our little ego is trying to keep us safe and keep us small. Okay, so I've got the BS for my ego would stop me through fear, people's reactions. People's reactions, that's a big one. What will people think? What will people say? Thinking the actions rather than doing them. Absolutely. How many times do you think about these things? You think about them, you think about them, you think about them, and you don't actually do them. I'll tell you a perfect example myself. Last month, I got a letter through saying my car needed a service and an MOT and road tax like 3 weeks ago. Guess what day I only actually took action on it? It was on Saturday, because I was like, oh, whoops, I'm going to get in trouble if I don't go and sort this. But I'd thought about it a million times, right? So we can all do this. We can all get caught up in it. So yeah, thinking about the actions rather than actually doing them. Always think of things when can't action, and then you forget it. Yes. So these are brilliant, because here's the thing. This procrastination, this stopping the action, like only thinking about it when you can't take action on it, again, it's your ego creating this perfect little sabotage because of the beliefs lying under it. Because your ego is like, actually, it's not safe, because, you know, I'm fearful of it. What will people say? What if this fails? Because of all those things that are stacked up, it literally creates these perfect little sabotages, like, oh, I don't even think about it until I can't do it. And it's because of all this BS that's in the way, that's stopping you, that's blocking you. So I want you to think about all these things, be really honest with yourself, all these things, all these ways that your ego will stop you from actually creating this quantum leap that you truly know, when you're in that higher version of yourself, is available to you now. Okay, so the next step, step 4. I'm just reading it, hang on, I can't remember what I put. You have got a choice. You've got a choice. And this is not about faking it. This is about absolutely choosing every single day, because you can choose. Are you going to continue listening to that BS? Are you going to continue to allow your ego to hold you back, to slow things down, to make that journey feel difficult and like a struggle and like a push, full of doubt, full of questioning, full of, but I don't know, this might go wrong, and what will people say, and what will people think? Are you going to choose to live in that space, or are you going to choose to live in the space of your higher self, where you believe in limitless opportunity, where you know that anything is possible, where you just trust that you can show up, you can take this action, you can be in that absolute flow and just allow it to happen? Because it is literally a choice. That's the thing. You don't need to get rid of this part of yourself. You don't need to pretend it's not there. You just need to choose not to be living in that version of yourself every single day. You need to choose instead to be living in this version of yourself every single day. And so just think for a moment about when you are living in that ego space, when you are living in that place where you hold yourself back and you make it a struggle and you make it really hard work. If you continue to be in that place, where will you be 6 months from now? Where will you be 12 months from now? And if you still stay in that place, where will you be 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now? What will all the opportunities be that you've missed by being in that space? What are all the things that will have been unavailable to you simply because you were consumed in that space and you were choosing that on a daily basis? Versus if you actually allowed yourself and you chose to take that quantum leap today, and you continue to keep choosing it again and again and again every single day until those neural pathways became the huge neural pathways in your brain. It became easy to show up as that highest version of you. If you keep on choosing that, where will you be 6 months from now? Where will you be 12 months from now? Where will you be 5 years from now? Because I tell you what, they are miles apart, miles and miles apart. We are literally talking about that sliding doors moment where life looks completely difficult. Think about some of those people that you look up to in the world, some of those people who have created amazing things. It's because of the choice they made every single day. It's because every single day they chose not to listen to ego. They chose not to listen to those beliefs. They chose not to be in that space of push and struggle and uncertainty. They instead just chose to show up as this version of themselves that was limitless. And it's literally a choice. And you might say, yes, and I will take action on it once I change my beliefs. Or yes, I will take action on it once I feel in that space of flow. Or yes, I will take action on it when I have clarity, when I have this, when I have the resources, when I have whatever. And if you feel that coming up, it is that BS part of yourself. It's your ego keeping you stuck. It's still ego, because you don't need to shift any of that stuff. You simply need to choose it now. Choose it now and decide that now is the time to change. Take a breath, Claire. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you ready to choose it now? Like, give me a yes. Tell me, where are you at with this? Are you choosing it? Are you holding yourself back? Are you ready to change it today and keep on changing it every single day, knowing what is at stake here, knowing that this is your future, this is your life that is at stake here, and that you get to live this exponential life. You get to live this life full of everything that you want, or you get to continue being in the same space, pushing, struggling, yes, moving forward, but moving forward really slowly and in struggle, which none of us really want, right? So that was number 4. Choose what you want, regardless of your circumstances right now, regardless of what comes up for you, regardless of what limiting beliefs might try and hold you back. Choose. Number 5, do the daily work. And this is about choosing again and again and again, right? It's about getting up in the morning and deciding that you are going to believe in your potential more than you're going to believe in your BS. You're going to choose your potential. You're going to choose to see what's available to you, because every single time that you do that, you're stepping more and more and more into that exponential version of yourself, into your higher self, and it gets easier and easier and easier to do. So the daily work is choosing, it's deciding that your potential is bigger than your limiting beliefs. Number 2, it's asking yourself, from this version of me that is limitless, that can create anything, what am I choosing to do today? How am I choosing to show up? Who am I going to connect with? Who am I going to phone? What am I going to put out there? What am I going to be available for? Like, what little things might make a huge difference? I listened to this brilliant TED talk the other day, sidetracking, but you'll see it's awesome, right? So I listened to this awesome TED talk the other day that was all about it was about luck, and how some people seem far luckier than others. But actually it was about, well, luck is this thing that is all around us. We can't see it, we can't feel it, but sometimes we catch it and other times we don't. And so it feels like it's this intangible thing that we can't control. But what if we were to put up a sail and we were to catch the winds of change, the winds of luck, right? So that actually we had this beautiful sail up and we caught more luck within it. What would that look like? Well, what that would actually look like would be saying yes more, wouldn't it? It would be choosing in every moment to say yes to those opportunities that present themselves. So the woman who did this TED talk, totally can't remember her name at all, she was talking about those little times where we go outside our comfort zone on purpose to catch the winds of luck. So for example, she was on a plane, she started a conversation with the person next to her. Again, she just chose to say yes to the winds of luck. She found out that he was a published book writer or something, and she talked to him about him, and it goes through this story, and like 6 years later, because of this contact, she ends up being published as like a best-selling author. The point is, she put up her sail and caught the winds of luck. It's about being out of our comfort zone, the little things that we do out of our comfort zone every single day that create those exponential opportunities, because we do not know where those breadcrumbs will lead us. We do not know, but we need to say yes in the moment. We need to follow them. We need to explore them, knowing that it's these tiny things that create the magic. It's not the big things quite often. So choose to step into that highest version of yourself and ask yourself, what am I doing today? What am I available for today? What am I ready to receive today? What beautiful little things am I saying yes to that could capture that wind of luck so that I have all this luck in my life right now? Yes, I love some of the yeses coming through. Yes, I will choose to trust and view from the higher me from this moment on. Yes, and you're going to have to do it again and again and again and again and again. And that's where the beauty lies. And that's why most people don't do this, right? Because we're actually talking about habits, and habits can be hard to change. If you're habitually living in that place of ego, where you allow ego on a daily basis to dictate what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're doing, it's quite a big shift into stepping into that highest version of yourself, because it's absolute habit, and you've probably been there for your whole life. So you've been there 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever it might be, right? So be kind with yourself, but put things in place to support you. Make it easy for yourself. Think about if you were changing other habits. When people go about changing habits of smoking or drinking or eating or exercising, what are the things that they put in place to support them? Put those things in place for yourself in just the same way, because it's still a habit, and it still needs to be changed one day at a time, every single day. Okay. The third thing within this, so the daily work is, number one, decide to believe in your potential rather than the limiting beliefs. Number two, step into that highest version of you every single day and ask, what am I doing today? What am I creating today? What am I saying yes to? What am I receiving today? And the third thing is, listen to what that highest version of you really craves, and nourish her and take care of her. Because I'm betting that quite often she gets pushed to the side and ignored, because the ego version of you tells you things like, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve it, that's selfish, and all that other rubbish that comes along with it, right? So your highest self is there, and she deserves so much to be nourished and cared for and taken care of. And if you were listening to her needs, what would you be saying yes to? Would you just be saying yes to a bit of time out, to a walk into the park, to a gorgeous bubble bath with lots of candles lit? Would you be saying yes to a massage? Would you be saying yes to new clothes? Would you be saying yes to a night out with your girlfriends? Would you be saying yes to like a meal with your family that would just feel incredible? Would you be saying yes to a holiday? Would you be saying yes to a night away with your partner? What does that highest version of you really desire and want to nourish her soul that the ego part of you has been denying? Because the more that you nourish your higher self, the more that you take care of her, the more that you show her that you love and support and trust her, and you know that she deserves everything that she wants, the more that you are saying yes to life and yes to everything that's available to you, and the more quickly you will get those quantum leap results in your business, in your life, and the more that you'll start enjoying it today, right now. So make the choice daily. Get really clear on what the highest version of you wants. Get to know her well and step into her, be her, become her, embody her every single day as you make October your quantum leap. And remember, be careful of those sabotaging things that stop you. So the busyness, the forgetting what it is until you need to sit down and do it, all the other little ways that you sabotage yourself, call yourself out on them. Maybe ask people around you to help you with it. What did I write here? Ask yourself, what does your higher self think and feel? So number 6, last point for you. Ask yourself now, think back to that list that you went through at the very beginning, your busyness brain dump, okay? What does your higher self believe about that list? When she looks at that brain dump that you did at the very beginning of the training today, what does she think about that? What would she say to do about that? What would she be like, you know what, just like eat that frog, get these things done, sit down, do them today, because then you've got the rest of the month to live in your greatness, to take the exponential results? Would she say, you know what, half of those things don't even need doing, just scrap them, get rid of them, they're not important in the big picture, they're the little things that aren't actually important and don't make a difference? Or would she say, outsource them, get some get some help, get some support. So really just think about that big brain dump that you did at the beginning, in that place, in that energy of the highest version of you. What would she say to do about this? So I'd love to hear a couple of your comments. Love some of these things. Love it. The sales of luck, putting up my sales and trusting the wins. Yes, I'm going to stop hiding behind social media and put yourself out there. Love it. Yes, self-care for sure. Afternoon baths and massages, gorgeous. You know your higher self wants all of that. Yes. So what are you committing to? What are you deciding is your quantum leap this October? Like, pop it in the comments. I want to hear it. And I'd also love to hear, what does the highest version of you think about that brain dump that you did at the beginning? How does she feel about that? And what would she say to you is the best way to deal with all that busyness and all that stuff that just needs doing, that isn't really about the quantum leap version of you and isn't really in that energy of expansiveness? It's actually the thing that will pull you back down into your ego, into that place where you live like it's like Groundhog Day. Ego is Groundhog Day. And we don't want any more Groundhog Days. And so I want you to make that decision, take yourself through those three steps and really live this. What I would love you to do, if you found this useful, firstly, give it a love, give it a like. Secondly, I'd love you to share this on your page if you've enjoyed it, because the more people this can get to, the more people it can support, the more impact it can create. The next thing that I'd like you to do is sign up to my little messenger bots at the top, so that you get that support 14 days in a row to help you really step into this higher version of you. It's going to be a combination. There's going to be journaling questions, there's going to be action, there's going to be little videos, it's going to be all kinds of fabulous inspiration in your ear, in your inbox every single day for 14 days. It means that it's right there when you wake up in the morning, so that you can start your day in this place of exponential belief, in this place of growth, in this place of believing, really fully embracing the highest version of you, so that you can have that quantum leap in October. So share it. Thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear how you found today, one thing you're taking away from this, how you're actioning this, how you're actually deciding that October is your quantum leap month. I'd love you to share it. I'd love you to sign up for Messenger Box. That is over and out for me today. Mwah. Sending you lots and lots of love. Go and be awesome. Be the change. Step into your highest power, because anything and everything is available to you now. You are limitless. Okay, take care. That's it for now. Bye.